Good morning. I just flipped over a few seconds ago to my Facebook page and noticed uh, a man sitting dressed up as Jesus with a sign that I commented on last night. I threw out the money lenders for a reason. Indeed, he did. Anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk about this morning. The title is The Changing of the Guard, Out with the Old, In with the New. This morning I sat with bated breath in the meditation room. And sensed, with a sense of movement, I didn't write it correctly, that's why I'm pausing here, with a sense of movement between the hemispheres of my brain being strongly sensed. All right, I got to rewrite that sentence, but that's the way I'm going to leave it for right now. I'm going to rewrite it for the blurb. My prayer was for physical manifestation of heaven on earth with debt forgiveness and jubilee. I sensed the merging of the inner and outer, the spiritual and physical. I began to ohm. 4 times, I was told. Mentally, I know that the old fiscal year ended yesterday, for the government built on the lies of the Federal Reserve conspiracy. I know many in the cabal are realizing that the gig is up. The game of fraud is over. There is, for me, eager anticipation as I watch for the visible changing of the guard, letting go of the old and allowing the new paradigm to manifest in all its glory. Those who tune in will have front row seats. I woke up before 3 o'clock this morning and got out of bed shortly after 3 and was in the meditation room for almost the full hour up till 4 o'clock. And initially, when I went into the meditation room, there was no strong sensing of anything. I was actually wishing I could have fallen back to sleep when I woke up. I don't even think it was 2:30 when I woke up, but I never did get back to sleep after that. In any case, it wasn't long in the meditation room that I had this sense of, I don't even know what to describe. It was almost, there was movement going across my head. And it gave me a very lightheaded feeling. And I just spent, I don't know how much time I spent, but I just spent time in that feeling, just sort of, just saying, wow, this feels nice. This feels nice. And then I had the sense, as I said in the blurb, to start ohming. And I don't ohm as a normal part of my routine. I do on rare occasions. It's probably been a month or 2 at least since I ohmed the last time in the meditation. But I just had the strong sense just to let the sound vibration go out. And after I did the first one, I had the sense that I was supposed to do it 4 times, because as you know, it's 4 is the earth. It's the 4th dimension, 4 corners of the world, the 4 seasons, the 4 directions. 4 is the number of earth. It's the number of physical manifestation. I assume that's why I was told 4 times, which I ohmed the 4 times. I have the sense that physical structures are literally, not figuratively, literally being realigned. The paradigm that we've been promised for a long time by our prophets and our seers in our various religions and our various belief structures, are finally ready for manifestation. I'm having the sense that that's true. Do I know it in my ego, rational mind? Not completely. There's still a sense of wonder. Will it really happen this time? Because I have sensed it before, and so have others. But I know that this sensing is cumulative, and it takes time to switch entire paradigms of reality in a physical dimension. It does not happen with the click of a finger. But we know it's happening. We can sense, those of us that are looking, can sense the changes that are going on. And there is enough actual news, verifiable news in the mainstream that's not somebody's made up belief or wishful thinking. There's enough sense in the news that people are awakening, and the message that they're giving to the power brokers that have tried to control the whole world for a long time, the message is getting through. It's even getting through in the mainstream media. I mean, over the weekend here, thousands of people poured into the largest square in Lisbon in Portugal. Again, telling the government that the austerity measures that they're trying to impose throughout Europe, and they're going to try to do it. No, I don't even think they're going to get away with trying to do it in the United States, but we'll see. We'll see. The people are saying no because they realize the austerity measures are to save the bankers from their inevitable doom for having heaped upon the world war, all sorts of other injustices, having bought and paid for governments and all of the structures of society. They have infiltrated them. And the people are waking up and realizing the unsustainability of the cabal's plan for its new world order. There's going to be a new world order. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of which new world order is it going to be. And the timelines are merging into one, and the one that's winning is the one that's based on truth. The one that allows for freedom. The one that allows for the revelation of all of the fraud that has been running our world for such a long time. People are waking up. This is the time of the changing of the guard. And as I said, September 30th ends the fiscal year for the corporate government of the United States, which is a de facto, color of law, pretend government that does not have constitutional authority to govern anything. It has been used that power has been usurped by a small segment of the population that have rigged the game in their favor and against humanity. But that cannot go on. That cannot continue its manifestation. There's a whole lot of people that are in a whole lot of circumstances that feel absolutely awful. People going bankrupt, relationships breaking up, people losing their homes, people going through all sorts of issues. But all of the issues that we're going through are going to be resolved. It's inevitable because people like me, and I'm not alone, have been doing the inner work of embracing the shadow, of allowing the negativity that so many people still try to run away from, allowing the negativity, feeling the feelings, and focusing, visualizing on the transmutation of those feelings, allowing them to be and saying, yes, I understand. It's part of the collective consciousness. It's part of the human experience. I understand. And I'm not going to run away from these feelings of being overwhelmed, these feelings of fear, these feelings of anxiety. I'm not going to run away because it's part of the human experience. I'm going to embrace the negative. I'm not going to try to turn it off. I'm not going to try to control what other people say to me by asking, well, is your story going to uplift me or is it going to take me down? Taking me down is exactly the direction I need to go. Lots of times I've realized that, and so have others. I know there are many others that still try to avoid and deny everything that they conceive as negative and label as negative. I know that. I saw that this weekend in the workshop. There are, even among my closest, most intimate friends, I still see that. But that has to change, and it is changing. And those of us that have been willing to do what Anastasia did, going into the negative feelings, feeling them, allowing them to go through our flesh. Yeah, it isn't pleasant always, but it's necessary. And it's a job that many people have recognized that this is something I need to do. I need to embrace my shadow so that the shadow in the world can finally heal. Because it doesn't heal on its own. It only heals when we take it within ourselves and allow it to do its work of transforming us so that we can be more receptive to love. Because it's all about love. It's all about embracing what is. What is, is. We're not going to change it by denying it, or disallowing it, or trying to build a barrier against it. I know if that's where you are, that's where you are. And I'm going to honor and respect you to be there. That's where you are. I'm not putting you down, but I'm saying that the method of healing the planet is by people that are willing to take on the sins of humanity, the sins of the planet. Not that the planet actually sins, it's the people that do that when we've done a really good job of it. But the method that Christianity teaches of Jesus, of the Christ, taking on the sins of the world, that's not just Jesus Christ. That's all Christ. That's the Christ spirit in everyone. Those that are willing to embrace their own divinity do exactly that. They take on the sins of the world. They sit with the negative emotions, the negative feelings. They sit with these shadow elements of humanity. And they don't disown themselves and say, well, it's not mine. It's not mine. I only like the good ones. I don't like the bad ones. What is. And actually, it's all good. Even the cabal, even the Illuminati have done their job of participating in the awakening from the negative side. And without that, it would not be able to occur in physical reality. We had to go through the dark ages of this criminal cabal running the world for a while. We had to go through that. Obviously, the reason I know we had to do it that way is because that's the way it happened. It is what it is. We experienced what we experienced. And it's time to let go of your resistance to the negative. Because you're going to be able to transform the negative by embracing it. Not by trying to control people that talk about things that you consider negative. We had a whole discussion on that yesterday morning in the workshop. Anyway, we're in the time of the changing of the guard. The new paradigm is beginning to manifest in ways that would have seemed impossible even 2 years ago. Last year we began to see the potential for the change. This year that potential is being realized. Exactly how quickly and what steps are going to be taken, I don't have the answer. All I have is the sense that I'm in a front row seat because I have chosen to embrace life as it is, to the best of my ability. I fall short, and I don't claim I'm perfect, but I am perfectly imperfect. And I do allow what many people do not. And thank God I'm not the only one. I love you all, and I thank you for listening. It's time to be alert and pay attention. It's time to love like you've never been able to love before. And I send you lots of love. Namaste. Thank you.